This is this is a good series.
What was it?
Cleveland,
Cavs
Detroit.
Pistons. Oh, this is much more fun.
I'm gonna get this out the way. I think that
Yeah, Q. Before you do that,
what's up?
I want you to give you more details because I didn't get to watch this game fully. I know you did, so I want you to break it down because I didn't get to catch it all.
Yeah.
Lay it on me. What'd you get?
What I got out of this game is everything I said was right. Um, I'm always right. It's always right.
The real couch god,
It's
people
all good.
recognize him.
It's all good. Um, what I recognized from this game is that LeBron James is a superstar. I can't I
Yep.
I can't lie. I love LeBron's game. Don't respect his decision to leave Miami. I never have. I never will. And we'll get to why after this.
Yep.
But just from the analytics and just from the perspective of a person watching the game, Detroit is in this series. Detroit is not going anywhere anytime soon. Detroit is going to be here until the fat lady sings, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you that Andre Drummond is a huge mismatch for Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson can't handle him. Andre Drummond has post moves. He rebounds just like Tristan Thompson, which Tristan has never seen someone who gets after it like him. And I think that Drummond poses a huge threat for the Cavaliers. Another reason, I really like Reggie Jackson. I like that he gets angry. He has like that pissed off point guard type of mentality. He has that, Isaiah Thomas type of thing.
Yeah, he does. You can really see it in his dribbling too, though.
There's
Like, he kind of pounds it in his crossover.
yeah, and it's just like I respect it because it's just like he just wants it so bad, and I just like it about him. Morris, he was doing so great the first half. He had 18, I believe, or 19 the first half. In the second half,
Yeah, he
he
only
just
scored one.
scored a point in the second half. Dude, no, that's gonna get fixed. Dan Van Gundy's gonna make sure he's gonna make sure that he gets his second half points. Stanley Johnson, I have to say, might be the best defender
X Factor.
on LeBron on that team.
X Factor.
Yeah, and I was talking to Ken on Twitter about this,
Yep.
and I said that just imagine being a 19-year-old Stanley Johnson. It's your first playoff series, and you're gonna be Hall of Fame coach. Your future Hall of Fame coach comes to you and says, I'm going to need you to be the primary defender on LeBron James because you're the only hope that we have. That is the tallest task for a 19-year-old to take, but Stanley was not backing down. Stanley was acting like a grown-ass man. I would have thought the defense, like if I didn't know who Stanley Johnson was, I would have thought that was a 10-year vet playing against LeBron. And I'm not just saying that. Like, I really think he was getting good position on LeBron. He was denying him the ball, and he was making it tough for him to score. I'm not saying he would shut him down. I'm not saying that he would, destroy him like Kawhi did 2014. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying simply is he was playing very good defense on him. He was making it tough. He was being a nuisance. And that's all you can be on LeBron at 19 years old. And that's all you could be on LeBron at 29 years old for a lot of people. So for him to do that, fantastic. Another observation that I was seeing was Detroit, when they get a lead, Detroit has to stay confident. Detroit has to stay on the attack. They have to have this mentality of I want to beat the shit out of Cleveland. They can't have a mentality of, oh, we're up 6. That's good. Just try and keep that lead. No. Don't keep that lead. Push that lead. Have the mentality of we want to beat the shit out of Cleveland. They have to have that foot on your neck type of mentality. And for Cleveland to come back in that game, that was all LeBron James. That was all LeBron. And it was simply because LeBron was in the huddle. They put that bench in. By the way, Cleveland's bench is horrendous. I'm sorry. Cleveland's bench is just awful. They are awful. Yeah, Richard Jefferson hit a couple threes here and there, but dude, what does Iman Shumpert do on offense?
Ooh, no,
Oh,
no, no,
oh my
no.
God, it's bad on offense.
Wait. Where? What about? Was Channing Frye even in the game?
I don't even know, man. I didn't even
What?
see him. Which
I'm looking on the stats right
I
now.
didn't see
I
him.
don't see his name.
No, he didn't play then because I think he was
What
actually
the
yeah
hell?
that yep he didn't play. Anyway, but we're just like wrapping it up. I really like Detroit. I think that they have to pound that mismatch inside. I think Reggie just needs to calm down. I think he needs to just take more shots, actually, which is kind of crazy. But Reggie needs to take more shots. Morris needs to take more shots, and Caldwell
You
Pope.
sure about that?
I think Morris needs.
Because they had high volume. Jackson had 12. Morris had 14.
I think Reggie needs to take 15 shots a game.
Okay.
I think Morris needs. How many did Morris have?
Morris had 14 shots.
I think Morris could get to 15 shots. I'm not saying that would be big, but that'd be a big thing. But I think they both need to take at least 15 shots a game because they're high volume scorers. They have to.
Well, Morris is definitely. But
Yeah,
okay.
but they just have to do that to get going. Drummond had a couple floaters that didn't fall, but he's gonna be ready to go. I can tell, dude. This is going seven. This is going seven, hands down. I really like Detroit in this series.
Actually,
If
I'm gonna back you up. The stats back you up on
if
this. On
if
the
if I have
Stanley
to
Johnson.
call it, if I have to call this series,
7 and an upset. You want to do it?
I'm gonna go Detroit in seven.
Woo!
I'm gonna go Detroit in seven.
Let's go.
I'm going Detroit. I'm got my money on D-Town, man. Let's go.
Oh man, BG shaking his head right now.
No, can I just do my BZ impression real quick?
Go
He's gonna
for
be
it.
like, man, Q, you didn't Q. I mean, we all right, man, but you crazy with that. Then I'm gonna be like, BZ, man, you tripping, bro. I mean, y'all got this, man. We all right, man. We all right. So, BZ. But yeah, man.
Um, I want to
Detroit
back you up
seven.
on this. I want to back you up on this stat wise. If he starts Stanley Johnson over maybe Morris or Harris, depending. Actually, it might be Harris because I read the Roto World blurb that he was struggling defensively in
Yeah,
the
he
game.
was.
Stanley Johnson had a positive plus minus, and the thing I want to bring up about this is Tim Kawakami, beat reporter for the Warriors, who had a tweet that I wanted to bring up about plus minus, that it shows also the impact defensively what you have with your team. Stanley Johnson had a +1
Hmm.
out of all the starters who had negatives. Steve Blake was the only other positive. He was a 6. But again, Johnson, if he got thrusted into the lineup over one of those wings, this could be like how Boston just finally decided Jay Crowder should start over Evan Turner in Game 4. If Van Gundy does this sooner, I think we see this thing starting to have some momentum.
I think so too. I think they need to put Tobias to the bench just for a game. See how it goes. They have to get this game. I'm gonna tell you right now. If they don't get this game, then they lose the series. But they have to win this next game. And I think Detroit is up
Okay.
for it, man. I really like what they're doing. They only lost by 5. They were ahead 6 with 4 minutes left in the game. I believe so.
Do you feel that shooting those 15 3-pointers, which was a career playoff high? I mean, a playoff high record.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that's sustainable?
If it's not sustainable, then it's going to be redistributed somewhere else. If it's not going to be open
Okay.
threes, then they're going to work inside to Drummond more, and that's more food.
That's what I thought you'd say.
That's more food for Drummond to eat. So,
Okay. I like it. I want to see it go 7. I know the Cavs are the favorite, as they should be, but I think people are really underestimating Detroit. Again, they match up very, very well. And if Stanley Johnson comes in that starting lineup, I think you're going to see some impact. So.
And there's some playoff experience on this Detroit team. You know, you got it in Reggie. By the way, Reggie had experience when I believe Westbrook was out. You remember that?
Yeah.
Was it that
Yeah.
series against Memphis that Westbrook was there? Or was it? It was the whole
That might
year.
have been it.
I think it was
He
the.
was there when they. Go ahead.
I think it was Reggie played when Westbrook got injured when Patrick Beverly did that hit job on him. And then Reggie, I think
Oh.
Reggie played when it was just KD, right? And I think he has experience as being the primary ball handler in a hostile situation. Steve Blake has major experience with being with Kobe, which is going to come in handy. You have major experience in Jeff. I'm sorry, Stan Van Gundy.
Right.
And a couple other players on that squad, like Jody Meeks. You know,
Steve Blake.
yeah, like I said,
Steve Blake.
like I said, Steve Blake
Was
with Kobe.
was Reggie Jackson there when the Thunder went to the finals in 2012?
No, he was not, but he was there many times after. There's been you remember that series where Zach Randolph got suspended in that game
Yeah.
7? I think he was the primary ball handler in that series because Westbrook was out. I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But either way, and I'm very, very, very excited to see what the series unfolds with, because if Tobias goes to the bench, I think that gives them a much needed scoring off their bench. But by the way, I like that Bullock kid too. So shout out to BZ. I like that Bullock kid. He hit like 2 threes.
Oh, okay.
I like him a lot.
Yep. I think it's interesting. I think people don't write that off because Cleveland is not a lock, and Ken realized that.
Oh yes.
They are not a lock.
They're not a lot.